Remember that one of the big promises Donald Trump had given was with regard to the ongoing war in the investigation, said that we will end it and resolve it. Amid all of this, a development has taken place. A ceasefire between Israel and Hamas in the Gaza Strip on Sunday. Emotional scenes were witnessed as Hamas released 3 Israeli women hostages from Gaza after 471 days. Helicopters, Red Cross vans returned the hostages safely to their residence. Overwhelming images of them reuniting with their family members. A Red Cross convoy transported the hostages. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu was briefed about it. IDF welcomed return of 3 hostages and as part of ongoing efforts. Remember, this usually basically means it's not just the return of the hostages. In return, there would have been an exchange deal of either the convicted prisoners or terrorists who would be then exchanged to Gaza. Global leaders welcomed the truce on the eve of Trump's inauguration. Israel-Hamas ceasefire began. Remember, the US president-elect warned both sides, if hostages are not released by the time he takes over, all hell will break loose.
Since the October 7th massacre, our mission has been clear. Bring home all the hostages held by Hamas in Gaza. Today, as part of these ongoing efforts, we welcomed home 3 hostages, 3 young women, after 471 days in Hamas captivity.
First of all, we are committed to release all our hostages. This is the reason why the government approved this framework, which, as I described, includes heavy prices. But it is clear, as I said previously, that to move from the first phase to the second phase is not something automatic. We have objectives of the war. To do it automatically is to accept Hamas wishes.
Perhaps most beautiful of all, this week we achieved an epic ceasefire agreement as a first step toward lasting peace in the Middle East. And this agreement could only have happened as a result of our historic victory in November. That was some victory. Was that the greatest? I don't even know which was greater, 2016 or this one. I think this one. Look, Honest Abe Lincoln. We have Honest Abe. We have Uncle Sam. You know, Uncle Sam shook my hand about 2 months ago. He's got the strongest grip I've ever. You are a strong man. I said, what the hell was that? But I'm glad to report that the first hostages have just been released. And who knows what's going to happen? I know that Biden is saying that they made the deal. Well, you know. I mean, that deal should have done. First of all, it would have never happened if I were president. Would have never happened. There was not even a thought of it. If those hostages aren't back, I don't want to hurt your negotiation. If they're not back by the time I get into office, all hell will break out in the Middle East. And it will not be good for Hamas, and it will not be good, frankly, for anyone. All hell will break out. I don't have to say anymore, but that's what it is. And they should have given them back a long time. They should have never taken them. There should have never been the attack of October 7th. People forget that.
And now it falls on the next administration to help implement this deal. I was pleased to have our team speak as one voice in the final days. It was both necessary and effective and unprecedented. But success is going to require persistence and continuing support for our friends in the region and the belief in diplomacy backed by deterrence. So as we reflect on the news from Gaza today, we also remember all the victims of this war. We're mindful that the pursuit of a lasting peace, while never easy or quick, must always be our calling.
طلعت من النار على الجنة. طلعنا من الجحيم. قمعات، ضرب، غاز، بتعد وانت راسك على الأرض. بفوتوا عليك، بضربوك، برشوك غاز، بسبوا عليك، بغلطوا عليك، عجبوا فينا يعني. ما سووش أكل فيش، حلو فيش، ملح فيش. فيش ولا شيء ولا شيء ولا